Hi darlings, welcome back to my makeup garden. It's Liz. We're gonna get ready together today. I finally got in the mail the Galactic Visitor palette by Singe Beauty. So this is the first purchase that I've made from Singe Beauty. And I picked up this. Now this is the first palette release that they've done. And I just picked up this one here. So we're gonna play with it a little bit today. I have to get ready for work. And then I also picked up their eye brush set. So this has been around for a while. This comes pretty highly recommended. And sometimes, especially if it's an influencer beauty brand, I'm a little hesitant. Just because, you know, the hype around your friends is real. And I waited a long time to pick this up. So let's go ahead and get ready. I'm going to use these today. This will be my second time using these and my second time using the palette, just for transparency. But yeah, let's get into it. I think I'm going to take this one. This is the EO3. And let me just make sure that I don't have any residual shadow on it, which I don't. I haven't used this one yet. I couldn't remember what I'd used and what I hadn't used. I think I'm going to go into this shade here called Orbit. And I think we're going to keep it in the blue spectrum today. Look how pretty this mirror is, by the way. I appreciate that the mirror takes up the whole thing. And you guys know, if you've been here before, that I love a 16 pan palette format. So I'm going to go into the shade Orbit, and I think I'm going to put this like in my transition here and just kind of blend it up a little bit. I think I'm going to do more of a halo eye look for today, but we do have to do this quickly because, you know, your girl gotta go. I got work today. I have a little bit of time this morning because my husband took the kids to school, so both of them. So I'm like, let me put some color on my face. Well, this shade is not as badly. Okay, so stop, reverse. I'm not awake yet. I made a look the other day using the reds and the golds, like this shade, this yellow here, and the gold shade. And it was not the most buildable. It was buildable. It wasn't the most pigmented initially. This shade, however, does seem like it's a bit more pigmented than that way. So it does look like I'm going to have to build it up though, because it doesn't immediately. Listen, let's just say, listen. They're not the easiest mattes in the world to work with. They're not the best formula, but they're a good formula. They're buildable. It's a buildable formula. It's just not like my favorite matte formula that I've encountered so far. But this is only my second time using it. This is only just like still first impression. Okay? Oh, wow, that was really hard to say. I don't know. All right, we're going to go to this shade here, Infinity. This is like that tealy kind of blue shade. And I just want to start like inner corner and just kind of sweep up and just kind of create a shape. But I'm not going to put anything in the center. Okay? I think that's what I want to do. And I just kind of want to sweep it up that way. Like the outer third. I like to angle a halo eye sometimes. So that's what I'm doing today. And I'm still using that fluffy brush. Like I'm just dispersing that pigment. Both of these shades do seem to be more pigmented though. So the issue that I had last time is that when I was blending, that burgundy shade kept blending away. And the yellow shade I really had to build up. It was not like the most matte yellow shade, but it did show up. It was there, but I did have to build it up. My skin tone right now is pretty like light on the light to medium spectrum. Usually during winter time, that's what happens for me anyway. And so it's more light right now because I got a job and have been working. So I'm not spending as much time in the sun as I was. I'm not out and about during the daylight hours as much as I was. So, okay. That is pretty even, I'd say. I think this side has a better shape than this side, but that's okay. I do want to get it in the crease just a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Put a glitter primer on. I don't know how these shimmers react, but I'm going to work and I want to make sure that it doesn't come off while I'm at work. I will do a wear test without one another time. This morning, that's just not reasonable for me. So I'm going to take this specular. This is the Devinah glitter primer. And I'm just going to tap that in that void where I'm planning to put, and I'm going to tap it just above my crease there because I do want it to stick around, you know, all day. Now, I don't even think I've swatched this palette. I haven't even swatched this palette yet. We're just flying by the seat of our pants today, friends. Okay? So let me go ahead, wipe my finger off, and then let's decide what shade we want to use. All of these are really, like, pretty tones. So this shade here, don't mind my, like, absolute hot mess. Ooh, that's pretty. All right, that was Beam. We have Milky Way here, which is that hollow shade. I think that would be really fun. We have a dark blue purple called Believe. Shades like this I find really hard to pan, but that's just because my preferences don't bring me in that direction very often. And what else? And then we have Encounter, which is here. Encounter is really pretty too. I'm thinking that I might actually want to use Encounter, which is that last one here. So I'm just going to tap that and make sure there's no creases in this primer. Oop, I just had way too much on my finger there. All right. We're going to see if this is going to work out or if I'm going to regret my life choice because I do have too much on my lash right there. Sorry. It's nothing my mascara won't cover up, but still. Okay. I'm just tappa. It's awkward because I put it on my left hand and I am right-handed. So let me use my mirror. It does look ethereal AF in person. Not gonna lie. It looks ethereal AF. I do like the shape. I like the angling. I'm trying to decide if I want to put, because my brain's already moving ahead. I'm trying to decide if I want to put a matte, like a lighter matte shade on the inner corner. Just to kind of brighten up that inner corner. But then I think the inner corner would lose the dimension, you know? So this shade is really smooth. It'll be interesting to see if this creases on me. Just because of the texture I'm getting from it. I'm kind of getting that vibe a little bit. But like right here, I'm getting that vibe just a little bit. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Touch that up because I totally just moved some of that off. It's a really pretty blue. It's like a really luminous, almost like cool tone blue. It's pretty. The light is hitting it differently, but in my mirror, it does look the same. Okay, so I do think we need to add something to the inner corner. I think I'm going to just add a little tiny bit of this blue shade here called Saucer. It's Saucer. Saucer. S-A-U-C-E-R. All right, so I'm just going to take this, because the Singe Beauty set doesn't have a pencil brush. I'm going to take this one. This is a 210 by BK Beauty, which is like my favorite kind of shape for the inner corner. And then I'm going to take that shade Saucer, which is that light blue. Yeah, I am getting ready to go to work. I actually set a timer, so if you hear it go off, that's the bitch, you gotta go timer. So, which means I would finish this in my car in the parking lot before I go clock in. So, okay, I think this is lovely. I think these shades did perform, oh, I put it on my nose. I think these shades have performed more pigmented than the shades that I used before. It can be hard to get. I mean, I'm not going to judge a palette off of one look, but I can tell you with the gold and the burgundy look, the burgundy and the yellow kept mixing together to make an orange, which is great if you're looking for that kind of a custom blend. But I really was just looking for the yellow to be the star, and the yellow kept blending out. And while the look was pretty, it wasn't exactly what I was going for. So I am using the BlendBunny Omni Lash mascara here. And I do have a pimple by my lip there. I think it's an ingrown hair, and it just refuses to go the fuck away. Well, that's not true. I keep messing with it, and then it is coming back. I know better. We all know better. Are we going to do better? No. All right, let's see. I always feel like I screw up the left lash because I have a patch on my left lashes here that is not as thick as my right. I don't know why. That's just kind of how it grows. All right. Should I be rolling my mascara lash? Yes, I know. I'm not going to be bothered with it. Also, I'm not feeling the most dexterous this morning. I'm not awake yet. I am awake, but like begrudgingly. I have my coffee next to me over here that I have not taken the time to drink yet. So, thankfully, I can bring coffee with me to work, so that's not a big deal. I'm allowed to like have it on me, which is really nice. My previous jobs, I was not allowed to do that. Okay. Because there was food involved. All right, last but not least, I'm going to take an angled brush. I'm going to take this one here. This is a unique brush. It was part of a set like I won like years and years ago that I never really used it. It's a spoolie. They call it Spoolie Brow Artist. It's just a double-ended brow brush, and it has an angled side and it has a spoolie side. I'm just going to use the angled side. I'm going to go into this dark shade Eclipse. This is like a black kind of color. It is a good black. Is it like the blackest black ever? You know, it's a good black shade. You know, in the pan it almost looks like almost charcoaly, like on that kind of a side. But on the eye it does look really nice. Like I have put it in the tight line. That's where I wear black eyeshadow the most, is in the tight line, because it makes your lashes look fuller. So it's kind of like a trick, right? You're hiding the skin in your tight line, and it makes your lashes look fuller. Okay. It's also the trick that mascara salesmen will use when they're trying to sell you mascara. They're like, oh my gosh, look how full my lashes look. And like, bitch, you went from like no tight line to tight line. Okay, there's that. Should I put something in my waterline? I don't want to put anything on the lower lashes because I am going to work. It is just a normal day. I don't feel the need to do that, but I do kind of want to put something in my lower lash line. I'm thinking we might put this. No, let's not do that. Let's do this one, Infinity, that darker kind of a teal. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that in my waterline down here. So I'm just using that same angled brush. I did just wipe it off and just tap off the extra. But yeah, these days I have, like during the day, I've been keeping it really simple. And then sometimes I haven't been wearing a lot of foundation. But I do quite like to put a blush on. But my rosacea is acting up because I drank this weekend. Because, you know, your girl got to actually party. Not like party, but like go to a party, I should say. And not have to worry about the kids. My husband had the kids, so. Okay. I think that smoky lower lash kind of adds something. It's pretty. Yeah, what do you think? Tell me what you think. I think for next, like, how much time do I have left? A few minutes. I have a few minutes left. There was a little bit of fallout when I put the black in the tight line. That's what I was wiping off. So if you see me wiping something off, that's what it is. So I kind of want to... I got a new blush. Well, it's not a new formula, but it is a new blush to me. So I picked up the Melt Cosmetics had their Blushlights, their cream Blushlights. They had them half off. And if you've been here before, you know I love this formula. And look at this shade. It's called Pinched. Isn't that just like the prettiest pink? So I want to use this on my cheeks. I think it's going to mirror my actual, like, natural blush color pretty well. I think it's just going to, like, be my natural blush color, is my sneaking suspicion. I'm just putting it here to, like, I still bring mine up to my temples. I am pretty tired. I probably should have put it like a color corrector on. But if I use a color corrector, I always want to use a, if I use a color corrector, I want to use a foundation or a tinted hydrator or something. I don't feel like doing that today. I'm going to work. I'm going to mess it all up when I'm at work anyway. So I think that's just a pretty color. It's just like a flush. It's very similar to like my skin tone of like what my cheeks do when I get hot or when I drink too much alcohol. I get a flush. And last but not least, we're going to use the Bare. This is the Bare But There Love Bite is the shade from BlendBunny. This is a lip oil. During Black Friday, they had like 35% off already discounted stuff. I know she said that these are going to go through a package change. And I needed a refill. I have used these before. I do not love this packaging. I am glad she's changing it. I hope she doesn't put it in like a squeezy tube. I absolutely hate squeezy tube lip oils and glosses. I just do. It's not my vibe. But, all right. That's going to be the makeup of the day, friends. Tell me what you think in the comments below. See, I'm not sure if that's going to crease or not. So far, it has not creased. We'll see. First impressions, I like this so far. I love the packaging. I love the format. I think the color story is more versatile than I originally wanted to give it credit for. At first, I looked at this and I was like, okay, where's that bright orange you're always going on about that you love? But if we're talking about this from a brand and not from an individual and not from a creator specifically, then I actually do like the color story. I think it has enough light to dark. And I appreciate that there's like a lighter matte and in the warm and in the cool. Because I do like to use a matte inner corner a fair bit. I'm just going to tap a little bit more of that. Honestly, because I got some mascara on it and I wanted to hide the mascara. I didn't feel like scraping it off. I just tap some more on top and fucking move on with my day. But anyway, darlings, I love your faces. Thank you for being here. I'm sorry I haven't been getting to film very much lately. I'm trying. But yeah, have the best day and I will catch you on the next one. Bye. Oh, tell me if you bought this or not. I bought this. I didn't send it. Wasn't scented. I just bought it. The brushes, I don't know if I think the brushes are really soft. I don't know if I have all the shapes in this set that I would want. I'm not worried about an angled brush. Everybody has an angled brush. But these are very fluffy. Like this is very fluffy to the point of being almost where it doesn't want to deposit product the way I want it to for how I do my makeup. And I would have quite liked there to have been a pencil brush in this set. Because that's what I use for my inner corner. Now, this brush worked fine. Which one? This one worked fine for an inner corner brush color. I used this the other day with that cream color. And this was fine for that. That's the EO1. But I don't know. I'm not quite sure. There's 7 brushes in this set. I only have, oh yeah, the other one's right here. I'm not sure that this has all of the shapes that I want. But I do think the bristles are really soft. They seem like they're well made. And yeah, that is my timer. I gotta go. You guys have a great day and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.